Hey guys, it's the Diecast Man here bringing you another review. Today it's on the 1/18 scale Maisto SLS AMG. You guys all know how I got this car. We had the major score with my friend at BJ's and Costco. If you haven't seen that video, I will link it at the end of this one. So this car comes in silver, white, blue, and red. And I have wanted an SLS for a long time. I almost bought one, kind of like the GTR. If you haven't seen that video, go check that out too. I almost bought one online, but decided to back out of it, and I was lucky enough to find one of these just floating around. So, yeah, without further ado, let's get into this. So, we got the beautiful front of the SLS right there. The super long hood, kind of a little tribute to the 300 SL Gullwing, that type of thing, where you see stuff like the doors like that, and some similar features. So if you notice those or anything that I didn't say, leave them in the comment section below or something, and check it out. So taking a look at the headlight detail, we've got a little bit of glare there, but you can see the bulb there, very visible. It looks very nice. A bunch of other little LED things going on there. Really love the SLS headlights. Big fan. And then in the center here we have a little scuff right there, unfortunately, and the Mercedes logo, and then the Mercedes embossed up there. The three-pointed star, super iconic, with the grille there, fake mesh, unfortunately, it is Maisto. And then a little bit more fake mesh down there, and that other little diffuser bit, and the foreign plate. So there's kind of your look at the front end. So moving along, just want to take a moment with this hood. You can kind of see here how long this actually is. It's quite ridiculous, and we can see these vents here that are also replicated on the side. Really nice design tie-in for Mercedes. Really, it looks very cool. So there's your side profile of the SLS right there. It rides a little bit high, as most Maistos do, and that's what allows for the suspension. But we will cover that later in the video. So coming to the side here, right away we notice these beautifully crafted silver wheels here. Got lots of spokes on them. They look great, feel great. The tires feel great as well. And then the orange AMG calipers back there, and they do say AMG on them, which is very cool. They say something else under them too, but I can't quite make out what that is. Don't really know. And then unfortunately the discs don't spin through the calipers, as it is in Maisto. But the silver on silver spec, the silver metallic paint and the silver wheels looks very good. Moving right along here, 6.3 for the 6.3 liter V8, and the little vents there looks very nice. It's a very iconic Mercedes design, as well as that really cool design in the mirror there. That looks very nice. Windshield wipers there, not much else to see. Door handles down here, because remember it is the Gullwing. We'll cover those in just a little bit. And then moving right along to the back of the SLS. Excuse me. Looks awesome. Minus the taillights. So I'm not a big fan of how they did on the taillights. I mean, look at those pegs, how they're extremely visible there. And the detail is just okay. If you I don't think the camera can capture it, but if you kind of look at the taillight there, they sort of put like a sticker for like the texture on there, and you can just kind of see that that's poorly placed, so that's unfortunate. But then again, it is $14, so definitely keep that in mind. SLS AMG, the embossed star, like you do, very nice. Foreign plate down there. Parking sensors, exhaust, looks very good. Give you a nice close-up of that diffuser. Very nice. Love the way that the SLS looks, and just looks very timeless. I believe Mini Champs is the only company that makes a Black Series version of it, but I don't think anything opens on it, and it's very expensive, so I probably won't be getting that, but I'll just have to settle with the regular SLS, which there's nothing wrong with that. Don't think that I'm saying that as like a bad thing. So we got the huge hood opening here, and then these awesome Gullwing doors. Those just look so good. And then the trunk, I believe. Does it open? No, it doesn't. That's right. I remember it looks like it opens down here, but I could not get it to open. I don't believe it opens. See, there's like that gap there. It looks like it does, but it actually doesn't. Alright, so with the long hood encloses the very long V8. You can see that there, the 6.3 liter. And you can see the little plaque there saying who built it out of the AMG facility. Lots of nice textured carbon. Everything looks very good. We got a little windshield wiper thing going on over there. But looks very good. It is very in place. It doesn't move around, so it looks very nice. One big piece of plastic, but it does look pretty cool just kind of sitting there. And you can just see that huge 6.3 liter V8. So that's really nice. Looks good. Normally I would go down to the back, but there's no trunk there, so I'll just start by exemplifying the key feature of the SLS that separates this particular model with other SLSs is we flip the car over and this little peg thing right here. So you see this little peg? It's nice that they sort of made it the same level as the diffuser, so it doesn't stick out, because it would stick out like a sore thumb under there. So basically, all you have to do is press in that peg, and you'll see the spoiler rise up, and then you can just prop it up from there, and then bam, there's your SLS spoiler. So the gas cap underneath there, it's a nice piece of metal, stays up very nicely. And you know, if you wanna flex a little bit, keep it up, or put it down, and just go stealth mode. So looks very cool, very nice feature. Glad that they decided to put that in. It doesn't even matter that they didn't put a trunk in, so. It's going to be a little bit difficult for me to do the door sills. I'm going to try my best because they're at a totally different angle. Let's see if we can get the autofocus there. So you can see the stitching, the black and red, the door handles, very nice. Interior of this particular SLS is the black and red two-tone. Got the AMG seats. So you can see that nice Mercedes wheel there, the AMG wheel with all the red down there. Got all the pedals, looks very cool. I'm a big fan of these Mercedes interiors. And then the AMG seats there with the seat belts. Very bright red, very, very bright red in person and on the camera. So that's one thing at least I can do sort of justice. And the interior there, you can see all of the buttons are colored in, and the screen, the shifter there, looks really, really nice, actually. And then it doesn't say anything on the door sills right there, but then weirdly enough, you go down there and it says AMG. That's kind of weird, but I like it. Something different, so. Yeah, so there's kind of your overall look of the SLS. The power steering works great. And then the suspension doesn't really go down in the back, but it goes down a lot in the front, like I was talking about earlier. That sort of ride height, so that people can have fun with the suspension. But I don't know which one I'd rather have. Let me know in the comment section down below. Would you rather have a car that didn't have any suspension, a model that didn't have any suspension, that rode like at an actual height, or something that rode higher that had suspension that you could kind of play around with? For me, I think it kind of depends on the car, honestly. But you let me know down in the comment section below. So yeah, I mean, that pretty much wraps up this review for the SLS. Great model overall, and I got one more review coming of that big haul that we had from Costco and BJ's. So make sure to stay tuned for that video. I'm doing my best to keep up with the timing, but school's been pretty demanding lately. But as always, I'll do my best. And as always, you do your best by liking the video and subscribing if you are new and you like more videos like this, going in depth with these 1/18 scale models. So with the review of the 1/18 scale Maisto, 1/18 scale SLS made by Maisto, sorry, it's the Diecast Man, signing